What's going on? What's going? We got a caller on the line, man. Wipe the coal off your eyes. Caller, what's going on? What you got going on? Where you from?
Good morning, y'all. Sack to the raw for sure. Representing for Christ, Omega Brigade, Solutionaries, West Coast, South Hayward, California. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm inspired and encouraged and just excited because,
Nice.
you know, it's interesting how we came together and hip hop is powerful, man. So, yo, big
Yeah,
ups.
man. Definitely, man. Definitely. I'm glad that you on here, man. So tell them, man, what you got. What are you doing now, man? Tell them about your latest projects. Let's promote that.
Yeah, I'm a Christ inspired hip hop artist, serial entrepreneur with Foundation Professions. It's a 7 platform, 20 business title platform that I've been working on for over 30 years. And I'm super excited and encouraged by you to press through yesterday. I just registered the legal Zoom. I got some payments coming down and getting ready to get it off the ground. And man, it's been a long time coming, and I feel breakthroughs is so close.
There you go, man. Shout outs to Legal Zoom and all of that, man. Shout outs to you too, man. Hey, man. So it's crazy, man. We're gonna get right into it. I'm glad that you on the line with me right now, bro. But something's crazy going down, man. And I just wanted to have everybody know about this whole entire thing. And we need to talk about it, bro. But because it's kind of crazy. So this is what happened. All right. Okay. The Trump administration removed the provision that barred federal contractors from maintaining segregated facilities, affecting restaurants and waiting rooms. This change follows President Donald Trump's executive order on diversity, which reversed a 1965 order by former President Lyndon B. Johnson. The memo stated that civil agencies should no longer include a prohibition of segregated facilities. That's prohibition of segregated facilities. Okay? Rights advocates argued that Trump's actions threaten progress for marginalized groups to dismantle efforts to support historical equality. Okay? Oh my God. New York University law professor Melissa Ray told NPR the significance of this removal of civil rights, stating this speaks volumes. She says it's symbolic, but it's incredibly meaningful in its symbolism. Murray said these provisions that require federal contractors to adhere to and comply with federal civil rights laws and to maintain integrated rather than segregated workplaces were all part of the federal government's efforts to facilitate the settlement that led to integration in the 1950s and 1960s. The fact that they are now excluding those provisions from the requirements for federal contractors, I think speaks volumes. Several federal agencies, including the Department of Defense, have already begun implementing these changes across federal contracts. Holy moly.
Hmm. Crazy, right?
Ah, wow. Wow. So, what does that
Yeah.
mean for restaurants?
Well,
What they don't have to hire um like mix have a mixed race environment where everybody has an opportunity. They don't have to do that. They How about the customers?
yeah, it's crazy form of control, man. It's his dictatorship is almost like Hitler. Like a lot of people are thinking and saying, it's crazy, man.
Wait, you think this is like a dictatorship?
Yeah, of course. It's legalism. He's trying to control and dictate everything, and I think that's the strongest part of manipulation. Is a lot of people think that he's stern and standing up against evil things or dysfunctional things or manipulative things, and he's the man and he's bringing the ruckus and all this. But that's just total deception. You know, the whole thing, like the Bay Area that where I live, is almost like his mentality. It's really hard to survive here. It's low wages and high rent, and it's all about progressive professional people. He doesn't want poor people in the world, you know. But at the same time, as I grow older, being 56 years old, I'm ashamed of my struggle. I should have went to uh, school more and got my diploma and went to college and been educated. But I was angry, mad at the world, on some public enemy, white man's the devil, and you know, shoot,
Nah. Nobody's no race, no one race is the devil, man. The devil comes in a form of
a
of
bad
your
spirit,
worst enemy, and
principality.
it comes in the form of your worst enemy, and your worst enemy is yourself. If you allow that,
Who
you know
is
what
your
I mean.
worst enemy, your greatest ally? You.
you
Yeah, that's a
you
famous
yeah,
Christian
you are
hip
your
hop
worst
song.
enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you keep bringing yourself down and keep thinking about the negative stuff, you ain't gonna
Hypochondriac.
have no space for the positive stuff. If you just
Yeah,
keep
man.
filling that
Yeah,
brain
that's
of yours with the negative stuff, you ain't gonna have no storage space for the positive stuff. You need to have your brain
yeah,
as a
man.
storage space for positive stuff, so that you won't have no negative files in there, because that's all corrupted files. You need to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? You need to defragment your whole mind and get out of that space of what I could have been, and just be the happy you alive now, and that you can just kick ass right now if you decided to. You know what I mean? But hey,
Yeah,
listen, man, this whole thing with Trump is kind of weird, man. I just want to let you know that shit is strange to me. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know why that's a concern right now. If I was the president, my main concern right now would be healthcare. My main concern right now would be the stock
yeah.
market.
Mental health,
My
man.
main concern right now would be, our relations with other nations. You know,
Yeah, he's
I,
definitely
I
got us
would
in trouble
I would be trying
already.
to piece things up and patch things up. Like, hey, listen, we ain't finna spend all this money like we've been doing, but you know, in replace, this is what we want to do now. We just want to be better. We want to be more efficient. We don't want to like break ties. Like, okay, sometimes you gotta get rid of things to make room for new things. But just say that. Stop hitting America with shock culture. You keep
Yeah,
shocking them like this, President Trump. That's not good for our anxiety levels. It's not good for the stock market. That's why you having this tumble the way we're having now. You got to stop. Everybody's got to stop. Just chill out, breathe, woosah, take a big breath. I've been reading,
yeah,
okay, that a lot of us been having what is called manic episodes. Okay, and there's a lot going on right now of manic episodes. It's very like common. A lot of people are blacking out, getting mad and angry, not talking about their emotions clearly, not communicating clearly in every kind of relationship, whether it's a business relationship or a romantic relationship or a friendship. They just not communicating clearly. They're not communicating clearly because they don't speak to each other. Everything is social media and texting and posting. Y'all need to, get up with your friends. Call him up. Hey, what's good? What's going on with you? Talk to them at least. Get on the phone. That's why we do these podcasts. Anyway, we out of here. Shout out to your baby mom. We gotta go. We'll have all the information for my caller anyway right there in the description for you to click and get to know who he is. Thank you guys. Hopefully this